Guys, this particular lesson, we're going to dive into how to find jobs and how to create the best impression, because there are certain things business owners or fashion businesses look out for in talent. And a way to summarize it is in this phrase: attitude is everything. I know that in today's world, there's always this rant about Gen Z, Gen Z. Allow Gen Z breathe. However, you self Gen Z, you need to keep in mind that the individuals that you're working with are not necessarily Gen Z. They're a mix of millennial, baby boomers, and all kinds of age range or age bracket individuals. However, across board, attitude is everything. I'm saying it again. How you communicate, how you carry yourself, how you portray yourself, how you handle issues, your demeanor at work, punctuality, creativity, thinking outside the box. These are things I'm sure you've heard over and over again. But remember, a company will rather take someone tabula rasa, a clean slate, who has the right attitude to work, as opposed to someone who feels that they've arrived. What I mean is that businesses look out for character, attitude, your personality, how you present and carry yourself. This doesn't mean that you should undermine yourself by looking less of who you are. It is even more about how you are very authentic. The individuals will come from very well-to-do background and they're able to ace job opportunities because of their attitude. Meanwhile, there are also people who come from very, exposed background, but they are not able to ace the job because they can't be bothered, and yet they want to intern. So this is me saying to you that you can actually prepare yourself to have the right mindset towards work on the job. Sometimes you'll be given roles that will require you doing very menial duties, untacking, putting buttons on, running some basic errands that are relevant to the job. A very good example, I remember having someone on my team who needed to run some tax errands for the company. And day one, she had issues. She was delayed. Day two, she was delayed. By the third day, she had updates, but we still couldn't move forward due to some restrictions. She did not come around to lament or request for a refund, but it was obvious that she had spent our own money to transport herself beyond the budget that was provided. So what did we do? We provided additional funds, which covered for those that she incurred personally, so that she didn't have to spend her money, or she was able to get her money back. Now, it is very possible for the same person to put up an attitude because the company sent her on errand, the funds that was made available was not enough. I don't want to sound all Nigerian, but you get what I mean. Attitude is everything. And if peradventure the company is not even making an attempt to refund you, there are actually professional ways of communicating this. You do an email or a letter talking about the expenses, you break down the expenses, you talk about the outstanding, and you request to know if and when a refund will be made. I'm saying this because these are some of the things that always spring up during internships. Attitude is the number one issue fashion businesses have with talent. Yes, apprenticeship is different from internship, but guess what? There are times when you might need to run errands that are relevant to the job. A typical example is if you're doing a photo shoot for a new collection and the entire team needs to be fed or refreshed. Hello, the intern is the one that is most likely going to run that errand of going to get the drinks or even placing the orders on the phone. The point remains that don't shy away from responsibilities that are not directly in line with why you are there to intern. Be open, have the right mindset, and have the right attitude. And remember, it is more important to leave behind a great impression than to walk out ruining and destroying bridges. Don't burn bridges. Do not come up or put up attitudes that will make you burn bridges. Preserving relationships in the fashion industry is a skill, and you watching this lesson is me preparing you to execute that skill or learning to own that skill. I've talked about what businesses look out for. Of course, they look out for your talent, your skill, your expertise, punctuality, your mode of communication, your writing skill, if you're professional or not. And I'm really hoping that you've been able to take account or take stock of all the things I've said. This lesson is available for you to watch again and again, just to remind yourself of what it takes to put the best foot forward and create a great impression. The last thing I'm going to talk about in this lesson is leveraging LinkedIn. Do you know that your social media platform as well can be a way for you to share your journey in the fashion space? It's time for you to revamp your social media platform, take out all the nasty images or not so professional images, fine-tune your cover letter, your bio, everything on your LinkedIn as well, and begin to share your journey. It is absolutely enlightening and intriguing when we see talent put up posts like a picture saying my first day on my fashion internship, and then they share lessons weekly or monthly in the course of their internship. What this does is that you begin to draw the attention of people in the industry, and they will take note of your journey. And those that need you, or those that would like to collaborate with you, employ you, partner with you, or bring you on their team, can actually see some of the things you've done. In other words, LinkedIn or social media can be another form of digital portfolio in the course of your fashion journey. At this point, I will wish you all the best in your journey, taking into account model 1 to 6. I really believe that you are ready, you have enough information, you have enough insight, and you've probably executed all the assessments, assignments, you've revamped your resume, you've designed your cover letter, and you're ready to get into the industry. I am wishing you all the best. Ensure you complete the personality tests and you join the mock interview sessions. I look forward to you excelling as a fashion intern and going on from there to becoming a renowned professional in the fashion space. Break a leg.